My lords and burgesses of Parliament, I wish to begin by thanking each and every one of you for the industry with which you have invested into the kingdom during this past year, both within Parliament and outside of it. In my memory, this session of Parliament is the longest in our kingdom's history, and I commend the lords and burgesses of this kingdom for the thoughtful debate and consideration of several weighty topics concerning Scone. I also remark with satisfaction upon the tone and tenor of these debates, with many contrasting viewpoints presented in a respectful manner, assisting all in this Parliament in the consideration of whether or not to support or to oppose a particular piece of legislation or a resolution. My Parliament should not hesitate to consider major issues in the kingdom, and indeed the wider world, and I commend you all for rising to the occasion during this session to do just that. The kingdom of Scone is strengthened by your thoughtful and respectful participation in the legislative process, and it is my earnest hope that the industry that we saw during this session of Parliament will continue throughout future ones. It is now my duty and pleasure to give my royal assent to various bills that have passed my Parliament during this last session, which I do now in the following words. Eric II, King of the Sconish, Emperor of the Glenans, to our right trusty and right well-beloved, the Lords Temporal of our realm, and to our trusty and well-beloved, the knights, citizens, and burgesses together in this present Parliament assembled, greeting. For as much as in our said Parliament divers acts have been agreed and accorded upon by you, our loving subjects, the lords and burgesses in this present Parliament assembled, and endorsed by you, as has been accustomed, the short titles of which are set forth in the schedule hereto, yet the said acts are not of force and effect in the law without our royal assent given and put to the said acts. And we do declare that after this our royal assent, given and declared as aforesaid, then and immediately shall be taken and accepted as good and perfect acts of Parliament, and put in due execution accordingly. And whereas we did lately for divers difficult and pressing affairs concerning us, the state, and defense of our kingdom of Scone, ordained this, our present Parliament, to begin and be holden at our city of Tartanic, in the 27th day of October 2020, on which day our said Parliament was begun and holden, and is there now holden. And whereas we have been duly advised by our Privy Council that the business of this session and of our Parliament, and, indeed, this very Parliament altogether, is now in every wise finished and complete, we do herewith dissolve this our Parliament accordingly, and our lords and burgesses are discharged from further attendance thereat. And we, being desirous and resolved, as soon as may be, to meet our people once again, do make known to all our loving subjects our royal will and pleasure to call a new Parliament to be holden at Aldkirk on the 28th day of October 2021, upon which date we do command each and every one of you to reassemble here with us for the dispatch of business, to treat, do, act, and conclude upon those things that, in our said Parliament, by the Common Council of Scone, may, by the favour of God, be ordained. In witness whereof, we have caused these our letters to be made patent. Witness ourself at Aldkirk, on the 6th day of October 2021, in the 2nd year of our reign. And the acts to which I give my royal assent to are as follows. Diplomatic Act 2021, Le Roy Levolt. Privy Councillor for Life Act 2021, Le Roy Levolt. Equality of Inheritance Act 2021. Le Roi le Vote. Treasury Act 2021. Le Roi le Vote. Representation of the People Act 2021. Le Roi le Vote. There being no further business for the consideration of this Parliament, I therefore declare this Parliament dissolved. May the blessings of God be with you and your loved ones, now and always.